So overexposed, but hello. It has been a minute and a half since I have filmed, updated you guys on anything that's been happening, unless you watch my Instagram stories because I'm constantly posting on them. But here on my channel I really left you guys with a major video and then disappeared, just because I was kind of just trying to get into the swing of things and figure everything out and learn what my body was going to do before I filmed anything. Oh, I need to sit down. I guess first things first is that I've moved, obviously. It's a very different location. I moved yesterday, so I still have stuff absolutely everywhere. First of all, look at my tiny little hairs. This is all I have left at the moment. I am somewhat bald at the top. I don't know, should I show you guys? Do you want to see that? It looks really gross because my hair's just been in this hat for like literal weeks. But this is what we're dealing with at the moment. I have not got much hair going on. When I lift this up, it's like pretty much gone underneath there as well. I've kind of got a bit of like a comb over situation where I'm trying to fake that I have more hair than what I do. Yeah, so this is kind of how it falls out, which I did not realize. I thought it kind of would just fall out everywhere, but mine's kind of more thinning rather than falling out in patches, which sometimes it does patches, sometimes it thins. And I guess I'm lucky that it's just thinned out and it's not like massive chunks of it. Let me put my turban back on. Yeah, I do feel incredibly uncomfortable not wearing anything on my head. I hate, like, I'll be honest, I hate looking in the mirror. I hate people seeing me without anything on my head. It's just such a shock and such a difference than what I'm used to. I don't really know what to update you guys on because it's been so long and a lot has happened. I have had, how many chemos have I done now? So my last video I hadn't started yet, but now I've done, so I did 3 last month and then I'll do 2 this month. So every 2 weeks. Obviously I'm not always how I am right now. I've kind of learnt my routine of what the chemo does to me and how my body reacts and what I can handle. So for the first 7 days I know that I'm absolutely wiped out. I can't do anything for those days, and then as more days go on after that I start to feel a bit better. So today is day before chemo, so obviously I'm feeling pretty good because it's been almost 2 weeks and my body's kind of recovering, but I'm back to it again tomorrow. The sucky part is that you get so unwell and then you start to get better, and then as soon as you start to get better you have to go and do it again. Kind of learn like in those 3 days, okay, I need to get everything done that I have to do. So I had to move houses in the middle of chemo, so that was really hard. But I managed to do that yesterday. So I moved yesterday, and today I had to go finish my Christmas shopping. It's my last kind of alive day before Christmas. So I had to go get Christmas done. I have to go and do my exit clean for my old place. Kind of wish I'd hired a cleaner because my body's not what it used to be. So first chemo went really well. It was a lot better than what I expected. I was scared, but it went really well. I wasn't that sick afterwards. I've been really lucky and I actually have not been sick, like thrown up the whole time that I've been on chemo, which is like amazing. Everyone reacts so different. So my experience has been a lot of fatigue, a lot of chest like problems, like breathing problems, and pain. Pain. Oh my god, I've been so unlucky to experience a lot of pain with my chemo. So first chemo went well, second chemo went horribly wrong. I ended up going into shock because my body couldn't handle it because I was like sick at the time. And so I've been into the emergency room 3 times since I started. One was for a mouth problem, one was for catching a virus, and then the other one was when my body went into shock after chemo. So I have just like lived at the hospital. But that was absolutely probably the worst experience of my life, and the only time that I've really thought that I just like couldn't do it, and I don't know, it was just horrible. I was unwell, I went and got chemo, and then my body was like, oh, I absolutely can't do this. So I went into shock. It was a little bad, and then I ended up in the hospital for a few days, and then since then I've been okay. I've kind of learnt not to go in public as much, so I can't risk catching anything, which sucks. And then the chemo after that went well-ish. I've started to get nerve damage, which is really annoying because I think they might have to drop my dosage of chemo because to prevent the nerve damage from being like permanent. So I've started to kind of lose feeling in my feet. So I think they're gonna drop my dosage to prevent that. That's probably one of the worst things I've had from it. I have a really bad ringing in my ears all the time. I'm not gonna say that it's been good or easy because it hasn't. It's been horrible. But I think that my experience has been not as bad as what it could have been. Like the fact that I haven't been vomiting and stuff like that is like amazing. So pretty much I get a scan in 2 weeks time that tells me, it's like a restaging scan, so it tells me if I'm clear of cancer or if I need to do more than what we thought. So it's a very exciting but terrifying scan for me to know that in, I think it's the 24th, so Christmas Eve I go for my scan, and I'm like crapping myself because I so badly, obviously so badly want it to be clear, but I'm just like scared to like what it's gonna feel like to hear the words that maybe it's not clear. So yeah, I need to get my booty into action because I have to go and do my exit clean for my old place. I went and got my landlord, sorry, there is like just junk everywhere. I went and got my old landlord a card and a present because he's just an angel on this earth. He's been so helpful, like my whole situation, because I very suddenly had to end my lease and I wasn't very, like I didn't communicate it very well with him, and he's just been a saint. I did move in with my boyfriend, so I'm not by myself anymore, which is really exciting. Obviously we didn't only just move in together because of the cancer, but it is like a plus that I don't feel as like anxious being by myself all the time, because it's really scary. Like stuff just like randomly happens to you. Like one minute you're fine and the next minute something happens, and then it's like scary when you're by yourself. So he's here to help me. And I go stay with my mum for the first week after chemo because I need to like really be catered on, which I hate so much, but I physically can't make food. I can barely get up and go to the toilet. Like there's days when I can't stand without nearly passing out. So I go stay with my mum because she can like fully just make all my food for me and do my washing for me, and if I need anything she'll just get it for me. So that's been like amazing. And then when I start to feel just like a little bit better, then I come back here and try and do normal things, but it's really hard. It's easy to say that it's going fine and it's not that bad now because I feel okay, but yeah, middle of next week I'm gonna be saying something completely different because it's just like when you're in the middle of it, it's horrible. Like I'm not gonna lie, it's absolutely horrible. And I wouldn't wish it on anyone. I get nervous. I get like really scared, not for going and getting the chemo done. It's like those few days after that are just like I'm getting like anxious thinking about it. They're so horrible. I get like upset when I think about it. This is like not like me. I'm not like an emotional upset person, but like when I think about it, I get like really scared. It just sucks when you're feeling good and you have to go and make yourself so unwell. Yeah, that's all I've got to say. I can't really think of anything else other than I'm alive. It sucks, but I'm getting there. I'm pretty much hopefully halfway through. Only thing, oh yeah, I've just been left with the impossible decision of picking between an extended chemo or radiation. And if you don't know much about either, like it's an impossible question because extended chemo it's hard to, like none of them are better than the other, but both have really quite bad outcomes. So if I pick radiation, I'm increasing my risk of breast cancer by a lot. If I pick extended chemo, then I'm risking my, chemo brain, then I'm increasing my risk of relapsing by more. So I feel like I have to pick between relapsing and breast cancer. So I have until the end of this month to decide. I think I've decided on radiation. The thought of relapsing puts the fear of God into me. I mean, I think that it slightly outweighs the risk of getting breast cancer. It's such a shitty question to ask someone, like, which one would you rather get? And I'm like, how the hell do I answer that? I've done a lot of research, so I think I'm making the right decision. I'm also going to go and get a test to see if I've got the breast cancer gene, just to make sure. But yeah, not things that I thought that I'd be thinking about at 25. Same as like fertility. Like, I did not think I'd be thinking about fertility at 25. I don't know if I mentioned it my last video about getting menopause injections into my belly, and that pretty much shuts down everything down there and hopefully stops it from getting too damaged, and then when I'm finished chemo, it's meant to come out of menopause. That's the plan. So hopefully that just helps that along. The only sucky thing is that I'm literally in menopause during chemo, so I'm having hot flashes, I'm emotional. I'm getting this like lower belly bloat thing that's just hanging around, which it doesn't bother me because it means that I'm saving my fertility, but like it's just like a lot to add on top of chemo. So yeah, I go back to chemo tomorrow, and then after that I actually have like a heap of stuff I want to donate to the hospital for Christmas. So I've got like a heap of baby clothes and unopened makeup. I'm hoping they'll accept it. I know they'll take the baby clothes, but I'm not sure about the cosmetics. But I mean, I'm just hoping they accept it because that would make some like teenage like girl or boys like Christmas. It's like a lot of makeup too, so we'll see. So I'll drop that off, and then I go back to my mum's house and just die for a week. It is so dark. I've never lived somewhere that has like a legit car park with like elevator and stuff. So to me this is just like, oh, so fancy, but it kind of creeps me out at the same time. Like, I get really scared in elevators and I don't like underground car parks, so the whole situation's a little bit nerve-wracking. Alrighty, I'm gonna turn this off and head over to my old place. My apartment looks so small now that I've kind of gone to a massive space compared to this. Oh, it's so small. Right, I've got my cleaning gear. I'm already so hot. This was a stupid move. I should not be doing this by myself, but it's okay. I've got this. Talk to you guys in like a few hours when I'm finished. I literally have the worst sweat moustache. Alrighty, I am nearly finished cleaning. It's been a couple of hours. I'm pooped. I'm really sore. I'm gonna leave you guys there. I hope you enjoyed this video. I feel weird saying that because it's not really an enjoyable subject, but thanks for all the really amazing comments on my last video. It was really overwhelming. It was so kind, and I really appreciate it. But yeah, I will talk to you guys in my next video. No idea when it'll be, but I will be back sometime.